Hi everyone, Sarah Logue here on behalf of Team Logue, and I'm joined by one of our fabulous resources, GTA Property Inspectors, Tim Latimer.
How you doing?
He's an amazing home inspector that we've had the pleasure of working with for years, and right now I feel like I'm not seeing you enough.
It's true.
The market is a little crazy, and we're getting a lot of stressed buyers that are concerned that they're having to make these bids without a home inspection, without knowing what they're walking into. So we've attacked this twofold thanks to you. One, we're doing pre-inspections like this where
Correct.
we can tell our clients if there is anything to be cautioned of, or we can tell our sellers what to repair prior to actually putting their house on the market. So what would a pre-inspection look like for a seller right now?
So for the seller, essentially we go in. It is a little difficult in winter, but we do what we can. We essentially go through the whole house and try to find issues that a potential buyer may have. We want to find out the age of the furnace, the age of the AC, age of the roof, if we can see it, of course. And as we go through the house, we're looking for potential problems. If we see something, we flag it and we let people know that there's HVAC specialists, there's electricians, there's people that are going to come in and actually give you a hand with the other part of that.
Specialists, absolutely, right? And
Yeah.
you have such a great resource list. I mean, there's many times we've been standing somewhere and you're like, this is a forced water heated floor, and I'm like, what? And you're like, don't worry, we have somebody. So it's so nice.
We always have somebody. And we work with these guys over 1,000 times now, to the point where you just, even if I had a question for them, I just call, ask, and get you a rough idea of what's going on with the actual issue, and then we can get them in here to fix it. It's getting a lot easier, but at the same time, it is difficult with COVID to come in and try to get you guys set up to buy and purchase. And
It is nice though, with the pre-inspection for our sellers, we vacate the house, you come in, do a regular inspection, and then we have that available in print and PDF from you to give to any purchaser.
Correct.
So it's a great advantage for me as a listing agent, the person with the sign on the lawn, to say, don't worry agents, don't worry Mr. and Mrs. Buyer, we can tell you exactly how old the furnace is, we can tell you exactly how old the roof is, so they know when they're bidding on the property.
Exactly, and what I'd like to tell a lot of my clients is I'm trying to mitigate those surprises that you may have. We are limited in what we can do, but even just going and poking your head in the attic space and telling if you do have a potential problem with mold or a potential problem with a bathroom vent fan that comes loose that maybe hasn't caused a problem yet, but will in the future.
Right.
It's one of those things where you just want to move in and be like, okay, I'm confident enough to know that I'm moving into this place and there's not going to be a surprise the first day that I move in.
Yeah, and as agents, we don't want that surprise either. On a revisit, that's not what we want to deal with, right?
It's about taking care of that client and making sure they just know what they're getting.
Right, and that's the other piece that you do great for us. So I'll call you in a panic sometimes because I know offer presentations 3 days from now and I can't have a home inspection, but I sneak you in.
Yes.
Sneak's probably the wrong word.
Yeah.
But we get you in for an inspection for our buyers on anything they're looking at.
Yeah, so essentially what it is it's very tough in this market, so we tried to pivot to a point where you guys can give us a shout, and if we do have a half an hour to an hour, we can answer those big questions that you may have. What age is the furnace? What age is the AC? How is the roof? Is there any mold or a potential issue in the attic? And it gives me that, just at least a broad spectrum of what's going on in the house or the specific questions that your clients may have.
That's amazing. I love both products.
Thank you.
Pre-inspection and my buyer inspection. We use it regularly and it just gives us a great feeling of comfort overall. So if you're questioning how to buy without an inspection, you really don't have to.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm even doing FaceTime now, just for specific questions that my clients may have.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Yeah,
That's
they're
amazing.
FaceTiming. I know it's difficult, and it's just one of those things where we got to do what we can to keep people relatively safe in these crazy markets.
Right. And people can check out your credentials and your business structure at
gpiguys@gmail.com. You can email me, or it's on gpiguys.com or .ca. I have both.
Perfect. Thanks, Tim.
You're very
Appreciate
welcome.
it.